I'm just wondering, have you forgotten these 3 law of attraction manifestation techniques to attract anything that you want in life? Have you forgotten them? This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com, and let's dive right in. 3 forgotten law of attraction manifestation techniques to attract anything you want quickly. Number 1, realize that nobody is losing if you win. Nobody is losing if you win. And the belief in our world is such a finite, limited point of view where we develop these belief systems that if one person wins, if you win, like if you get your dream house, or you get your career dream job, or you make more money, or you manifest your soulmate, it's like when we get something, we're under the assumption somebody else loses. And at the core, human beings are social creatures. We're from tribes. And so we want everyone to feel included. We don't want anyone else to lose because we win. We don't want that feeling deep within us subconsciously. And so that viewpoint, and you see that a lot around money specifically, or somebody making their dream life, and then they feel bad because other people don't have their dream lives. And then we get this idea that you're somehow greedy, or you're taking from other people if you live a really great life and somebody else doesn't live as great of a life. But that viewpoint is so limited because, first of all, we live in a totally abundant world. There's enough raw materials in our world for everyone to live their dream home and to earn the money they desire and to support their family in the ways that they choose and to take their dream vacations. We have enough. The trouble isn't that. The trouble is, what happens is we believe somebody else is losing, and so subconsciously we're telling ourselves, if I get this thing, that person's gonna lose. And because of that, your subconscious doesn't want that. So your subconscious says, okay, it's bad for me to have more money, or me to have and attract this thing into my life, because if I get it, somebody else will lose. I don't want anyone to lose. So let me repel that from myself unconsciously so that I don't gain at somebody else's loss. But the idea is totally inherently flawed, and you see it most around the idea of money. But get this, there's more money printed every single day. The supply is pretty much inexhaustible. They print more money every day. There's so much money printed that paper money is actually losing its value by, I think it's about 4% every single year. So there's so much of it. So grasp that nobody else will lose if you win. In fact, by you manifesting your soulmate, or your dream house, or the amount of money you desire, or the things in life you desire, you're not making anyone else lose. You're actually inspiring other people to win. Because then you can say, hey, look, the supply is actually abundant. We can create the life that we want. You can have your dream romance, your dream love, your dream career, your dream income, and your dream lifestyle. All of us can. Hey, look, you can do it too. And that's what happens. Other people aren't losing. You actually inspire other people. You do more good in the world when you're more influential and more successful. You can make more of a difference. The more money you have, the more you can make a difference in your community. The more influence and success that you have, the more you can inspire other people to do the same. The more you have your dream life, you can help other people win too. And it's important you develop that belief system, because otherwise the subconscious programming, remember, 95% of your life is subconscious. It's governed by your unconscious mind. And psychologists say that 70% of our unconscious mind is negative and redundant. So you may consciously say, I really want more money. I really want to attract this thing that I desire into my life. But then unconsciously you think somebody else will lose, so unconsciously your mind is going, don't get that thing, that's bad because they're gonna lose. We live in a finite world. Keep to yourself, don't be too big in life because you're gonna make other people feel small. It's like what Marianne Williams said so beautifully. She said, you playing small doesn't help anybody else in life. It's about when we play big. And so If you think otherwise, it's just subconscious programming. If you download my free success hypnosis, it's jakeshypnosis.com down below. It's a program I've used for like 6 years to reprogram myself for success and abundance, and you can use it down below. Number 2, forget about it. After you know what you want, don't be afraid to forget about it, because what happens is we seek our identity in things that we desire so often. And that's why it becomes unhealthy. See, Buddhism or Eastern philosophy will tell you not to desire at all. Personally, I think that's impossible. Second of all, I think desire is the unexpressed possibilities of the universe that's seeking fulfillment within us. So I think it's part of universal order and the higher order of the universe for us to follow our desires and create them into reality. But there's an interesting point, because Buddhism will say that that creates suffering when we're chasing desire. Eastern philosophy will tell us similar ideas to that. Whereas that's not actually where suffering comes from. Oftentimes that's where the deepest meaning and excitement about life comes from, is embracing a desire. And often one of our biggest challenges, and if this is you, hear me out on this, sometimes we're afraid to really want something in life because we think it's somehow bad or evil or wrong. We shouldn't want it. It's okay to want it. The trouble that Eastern philosophy, I think, is pointing to is that when we seek our identity and our value out of manifesting a relationship or a job or a degree or money, when we think the exterior thing will be our validation in life, we're seeking an exterior thing, security and feeling good about ourselves, that will never arrive at actually, because we're looking outside of ourselves to actually find it. And it's all within you, right? It's all within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. And so don't be afraid to let it go. That doesn't mean you don't work for it. That doesn't mean that you don't have an affirmation for it. But it's knowing that you actually are an infinite being, a totally divine part of creation. You're worthy. You don't need the relationship that you desire or the money that you desire or the career, anything. You don't need anything that you want in order to be worthy and good enough. You already are that. And so you're coming from a place of abundance originally. So knowing you're in this place of abundance, the question is, what do I want? What do I want to experience? Knowing that I'm in this little dust rock spinning through endless space on this temporary human experience, and the average lifespan is 70-something years, and I won't be here forever. What do I want out of life? Man, it's so abundant and beautiful that I'm alive, that I get to be a human being at all, and I desire a relationship, and I desire some more money, and I desire to start that nonprofit and to make an impact in the world. And I'm doing it all from a place of fullness, knowing that I am a divine creature. See, then you're in a place to attract everything that you want, because you're coming from abundance. From abundance, you took abundance, and still abundance remained. You're already abundant, so you can experience abundance. No one else is going to lose, and you're going to attract more of it because you're coming from a place of abundance rather than lack and seeking something outside of yourself to fill that void. The third and forgotten manifestation technique to attract anything that you want. See, these are all counterintuitive. They're not the things we normally think about. But here's the third one that I invite you to consider, and that's in a Jim Rohn voice. You know Jim Rohn, famous motivational speaker. He's since not alive anymore, but he says, walk away from the 95%. Don't think what they think. Don't do what they do. Don't read the books they read. Walk away from the 95%. And think about that. It's counterintuitive because we're taught to follow the masses and to be like everybody else. And here are your choices for what you can study. And then here are your choices for your career. And look what everybody else is doing. And we breathe this insecurity where we want to be like everybody else to fit in. We're social creatures throughout human existence. We've come from tribes. Think about that. All throughout human existence and human evolution, we've come from tribes. So, like, at one point, the worst thing that could happen to you is to be exiled from the little tribe, to be shunned from the little tribe. So, deep within our unconscious and our brain, we want to be accepted. So we make this mistake where we follow what everybody else says. We do what mom and dad say to do because we think we should always listen to them for every decision in our life. And maybe that leads us to a career we didn't even actually want to do, or we were afraid to go after our dream because we didn't think we could be successful at it, we were good enough for it, we could make money at it, or whatever other excuse that we were told. And think about it. Actually, the first YouTube video I think that I ever made, and I've deleted some old ones, but this one's still on there, and it's called Why You Shouldn't Listen to Other People's Opinions. This was in 2012, so this was like 5-6 years ago. And that's what I talked about. And anytime there's the hero's journey concept that Joseph Campbell, the famous mythologist, discussed. And the hero's journey was, at some point you have to leave the tribe. Maybe, leave doing the ordinary, shoot the shit that your friends are doing, and bless your friends, but you feel this calling to go travel the world, or to start your dream business, or to start this nonprofit, or to do this different thing in your life, and it's way different than what everyone is used to seeing you as. And the start of the hero's journey is leaving what you have known and stepping into the unknown, and eventually you come back. And when you come back, there's this resistance. People are like, are you crazy, man? Are you going crazy? You think that you can actually double your income? You're reading personal development books now. You're talking about manifesting your dream house and meditating. What are you talking about? What do you? I don't understand you. I mean, it sounds crazy to me, right? And people start talking to you like that, right? You know what I mean? Was that a good impression? And so we run into this space, right? And what I want to invite you to consider is what Mark Twain said, is if you're on the side of the majority, that means it's time to pause and reflect. Because the key to life is to live life on the terms that make you happy, that give you peace, that give you meaning. Because think about it. What our world truly needs is more people that are alive, truly freaking alive, huge smile on their face, and smiling in the grocery store, have so much energy, you just feel so good about life. That's what we need. Think about it, because the Gallup polls, the Associated Press polls said 75% of Americans are actively disengaged from their jobs. Politically correct way to say, man, I hate this shit. That's what it means. And imagine if that's what it said. The Gallup poll headline said 75% of Americans say, man, I hate this shit, right? So that's the state that we're in, where a lot of people are doing a lot of things they don't want to do. The top regret of the dying, according to Bonnie Ware, who's a palliative nurse that studied, researched, and asked questions to thousands of people in their deathbed, was number one, I wish I would have lived a life true to myself, not true to what mom wanted or dad wanted. Bill Gove used to say, if I want to be free, I gotta be me. Not the me you think I should be. Not the me my mom and my dad think that I should be. Not the me my boss and my lover think that I should be. If I want to be free, I gotta be me. But first, I've got to find out who me really is. And think about it. All the happiness and joy and to truly come alive in life is to listen to our heart, is to ask ourselves, what makes me happy? What makes me come alive? What would be exciting for me to do and purposeful for meaning and bring me meaning in life? And when we build our life around that, so don't be afraid of being crazy. Don't be afraid of being different. Don't be afraid if you have some people, some friends or family or lovers or close friends that are starting to question you and they think you're weird, or they're giving you a hard time. Not everyone's going to get it. You just need to feel it. And you remind yourself, whenever you got a big dream and people don't get it, you just remind yourself of this very simple point. When somebody says that your dream is impossible, you can't do it. Here's what you say. Thank you, but that's not part of my belief system. You put a big smile on your face and you say, thank you, but that's not part of my belief system. See, you get to decide what your belief system is. And one of the most forgotten keys to success is that we think everybody else has the answers. But when we build the life off of our own heart speaking, off the whispers of our soul, that's when we truly come alive. Alright, this is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com talking about 3 forgotten law of attraction manifestation techniques to attract what you want in life. Be sure that you download my free success hypnosis, JakesHypnosis.com, and you program your mind towards the way that you want, for success, for abundance, for happiness, the things that you want. And you erase the old programming of our limited and negative and a fearful world. So that's down below, JakesHypnosis.com. It's free. Press the subscribe button in the corner right over there. Comment where in the world you're coming from. I'm in Maui, and I'm wishing you an amazing day. Thank you for watching.